Welcome back to Dolor Factor Live here on DBS. Joining us is Melvin Simeon of Styles 2000 Plus, which is based in Rodney Bay. Welcome to Dolor Factor Live.
Thank you for having me.
I
I'm
know
very happy
you,
to be here.
I know you from Simeon. My son always says, Simeon, Simeon. I went to, and I Simeon and Trevor and everybody.
Yeah.
So I know you're a very kind of close-knit family down at Styles 2000
we keep
Plus.
it very family to make people feel like they are at home at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
We occupied with 7 chairs,
Wow.
6 barbers and 1 hairstylist.
Mm-hmm.
She do natural hair for the Rasta fellas, the locks and thing, twists.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very good. Try to reach our standard, keep people very comfortable and feel like home.
Okay, well I have a hard question for you to start off with.
Okay.
Why is it men always do the same thing with their hair?
Well, I guess some guys just like the natural look that's fitting them and they feel comfortable in. We try to pursue them in other hairstyles, and most of the times I try with my customers, tell them, well, I think a haircut like that will suit you very nice. And some agree, some disagree, because they're very comfortable in what they used to, which is that, and some they want to try. So I pursue some already, like tell them that yes, this is good for you, and they actually listen to me, and they were quite satisfied with the haircut after.
Well, you know, all that you just said has just convinced me, as usual, when it comes to men, they just like to do the same thing. They don't like to be adventurous. You know, do they think that it's more feminine if they
I guess so.
with their
Some
hair?
I know for a fact some guys, I marked their eyebrows at first and they was very uncomfortable. I said, no, it's okay. You could line up the eyebrows and make it look good. We don't really do the bottom part, but the top, knit it up, nice it up, and they're very satisfied after. Trying to convince them to do it more often, you know. It's okay for a man to look good too, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. But I just don't see how men have styles. I just see them cleaning up and shaping up. And is a shape up a
you
style?
know what, some guys like the styles, they think like it's way too feminine for them, like they feel that way. And this is what we need to change, introducing new styles and new fashion to guys, because women is always leading from times and we just sleep in, and like it's okay for a woman to look good and it's not okay for a man to look good. So we try and change that in a different level.
You know, in
haircuts.
women's salons, they always have all these beautiful magazines of women with different hairstyles and so on and so forth. In your salon, are there pictures of men with different styles to encourage them?
We have a chart with a few haircuts on it, not like 40 to 50 haircuts, different styles.
That's a lot, not a few.
They don't really choose the haircuts. I had some customers before that tell me just make them look good. It's up to me now to do my job and what I like to do. I like to cut hair. Cutting hair, it's my thing. It's not for the money. Just being very happy with another customer getting up from your chair. You see, like he's very satisfied, and they often give tips. Most of the time, they satisfy you, get something, a little something, yeah. So it's very good.
But Christmas is coming.
Feel good.
How would you encourage the men to do something other than a shape up? What about introducing some color?
Well, that will be some kind of bit difficult for the guys to take into. Mostly, well, those who have the gray hair will definitely put jet black or some color shade of black. But in different color texture, like, I don't know, it will be very difficult.
Now, just before Cecilia we were talking about the grey hair. For women, I always thought, you know, grey hair, you put black on, which is what I was doing until Cecilia spoke to me. What do you think of, you know, what Simeon just said about men putting black on their grey?
Well, I think it's all about the consultation. I think when a client is educated and informed, they are more likely to make a better decision in the salon. Say, for example, most of my older clients, age 65 and up, who were cultural in putting black dyes and black henna because that's all they knew at the time, it took a lot of consultation and education to be able to convince them to change the culture of the black hair. And I think, Simeon, the same goes the same for guys in the salon.
Yeah.
When guys come to the barber shop I think a barber has to be informed and to be able to recognize the type of profile that you're dealing with, first of all. The kind of image that this man is looking for. Whether he's a corporate guy, is he a trendsetter, is he a player, is he just the kind of guy who just like to go with the flow? And based on, I mean, the type of image that this person is looking for, then you can make various recommendations that they can choose from, because I think a client always needs to be able to make a choice. At the end of the day, the final decision is the client's own as to whether I am willing to go with the final decision or not. That's a matter of my professionalism, but I think the client should always be given a choice and you know, give them a few things that they can choose from. For example, an older man who has gray hair, I can understand. A guy in his 40s who have gray hair, you can probably go for a natural black. But we're talking about a man 70 years with gray hair going for jet black. For me, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You can probably go into different levels of brown, like a darkest brown or cocoa brown, because as I said, as he begins to get older, his skin is ashy. It's not as vibrant as he was when he was younger.
Exactly.
So what is the point in giving him a jet black color, and on Sunday morning you're seeing the gray hair pelting out in between the black? I mean, it's just not acceptable, and it just wouldn't work for a guy who cares about his image.
All right. Well, two different opinions there, viewers. I mean, what do you think about the grey hair? And as a man, would you accept what Cecilia's saying in terms of don't put that jet black on your grey, put something a little gentler and something that's going to be better for the texture of your hair? When we come back, we're going to open the telephone lines, but this is your last chance for tonight's giveaways. Name the top brand of lubricant exclusively distributed by Automotive Art and win an Envision backup sensor system, which is the perfect accessories for cars, trucks and SUVs, and it helps to reduce blind spots and increases visibility. Also, tell us where the touch therapies and Lemaire spas are located to win a lovely treatment. You could try the one that Tessa was talking about, I suppose. And lastly, to win a ticket to this weekend's St. Lucia Miss Universe St. World pageant, tell us where and when 9 Lucian beauties will take the stage. After the break, as I said, we will take your calls. This is Dolor Factor Live on DBS. We'll be right back.